Okay, so I just finished up my appointment with my OBGYN. It's someone I've never seen before in my practice. I talked with her. This was really the first time I went through my full history, and really the first time I've been kind of said, okay, let's just deal with the endometriosis and just deal with it and fix it. Because prior to this, I've always been in those childbearing years, and so my options were limited as to what I could and couldn't do, because I was either possibly pregnant or on the means of getting pregnant, or I was nursing or something like that. So I was limited in what I was going to do, and since we're done having kids, I really have the openness to kind of do whatever I need to. So I told her my full history. I told her my concerns and my questions and how things didn't seem to fit. And she essentially told me that the reason while on birth control, I've still been dealing with pain is because I haven't been giving myself a constant, steady flow of hormones and letting my body then do whatever it wants on those like off weeks. So when you take the pill, if you don't know, you have 3 weeks of hormones and then 1 week of placebo, which then tells your body to have a period. So that 1 week of placebo is really what's kind of screwing up my body, because my body obviously is not, because of the endometriosis, doesn't work properly. And so going off of hormones for a week just kind of sets my body through a hormone storm, and then I go back on birth control for the next month, and I'm kind of playing catch up almost in a way. So she suggested that if I wanted to stick with what I'm doing, that I skip the placebo week and I just immediately move on to my next set of hormones, and only do the placebo week and have my period about 3 to 4 times a year. She said, or we could do the Mirena, which is an IUD that they insert, and that's what they generally like, but I had it taken out after I had it with the twins, because I thought that was what had caused my ovarian cyst that time, when in actuality it had only been 2 months, and so my body was still adjusting to the different hormones, and I should have stayed on it for another month at least to make sure it was fine, because I actually hadn't had really any other symptoms prior to that episode when I had passed out, and see if it worked. And so the reason why the Mirena is so favorable with endometriosis and cysts is because it's a constant, steady dose of hormones, and you don't have to worry about the fluctuating that can cause problems with endometriosis and cysts. So that's what we have decided to do. It also does not affect testosterone levels at all. It just affects the levels it needs to affect, whereas birth control pills do affect testosterone levels, which you don't want to have affected. That's not the issue, and then that causes other issues. That's what we're doing. I won't get it for probably at least 2 weeks, because we have to have insurance approve it and all that jazz. So I've got probably about 3 months where I'm gonna have to really be careful and pay attention to any pain, and just really be on top of pain management, because I will be having 3 months essentially of fluctuating hormones, getting used to the new birth control, the new hormones, and so that kind of opens up the possibilities of cysts and endometriosis flare-ups. So for the next 3 months, I'm probably not going to be feeling much better, hopefully a little bit better, but hopefully I'll recover kind of quickly and adjust quickly. But in the next month, I'm hoping I should be on the Mirena, and then about 2 to 3 months after that is when I should kind of level off, and hopefully everything will be better. So Mirena is a long-term thing. It's good for 5 years, and then every 5 years I just get it changed. So I will keep you all updated on how that goes. she had also said that laparoscopy was kind of useless at this point because some people have very minuscule amounts and you can't even find it on laparoscopy, and it will, but the symptoms and everything are obviously endometriosis. It's just that the amount of endometriosis I have is so minor that you couldn't see it through laparoscopy, and seeing it, unless you're in severe pain and a hysterectomy is an option, the laparoscopy doesn't really change your treatment plan, your course of treatment. So it's kind of a useless test surgery at this point, because I'm not anywhere near the point where I'm asking for a hysterectomy. Because of that, getting laparoscopy isn't really necessary, and it wouldn't change anything that we are going to do. So that's why we're not going to go ahead and do that. So that's all. I guess I'll update as I can. I will update about how I on Mirena and things like that, just in case it doesn't work, and that way I can document it and see, be able to look back and see how it affected me and what I'm, you know, just how it worked. So, that's all for now, and I'll keep you updated.